New episode of Buddy Games airing tonight at a special time, 8 p.m. before the Big Brother episode on CBS. Josh, first of all, I love the orange suit. We saw it in the clip.
That's my Dumb and Dumber Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah, buddy.
Perfect.
It's a great look. I'd like to know if it's available for Rich to wear for Halloween.
He can borrow it for sure.
That'd be great.
I want to see him run the 40 in that suit.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Pretty good idea.
Can we grab that?
Absolutely. I have it. I had it dry cleaned and everything. It's sitting in my closet.
Well, dry cleaned because, of course, you had COVID, so you want to make sure
Yes,
you get the COVID cooties out of it.
I don't want to pass COVID on to Rich. I couldn't live with that guilt.
Where did Buddy Games come from?
So my buddies and I have done this since we were kids, pretty much. I mean, we did some version of it since we were probably 7th, 8th grade. And then as we got into college, we became, we had to grow up and sort of actually schedule things because people started getting jobs and families and whatnot. So every third weekend of August, every single year, we get together and do the actual games. And CBS loved the idea of this because it's not only about these crazy competitions, but it's really about old ride or die groups of friends that have been through a lot together. So there's groups of 4. We have 6 teams of 4, and these guys know each other since a lot of them since childhood. And it just lends a whole new dynamic to the game because they understand each other so well. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and those teams who know each other best seem to do better on the show. And what I love about it is that everybody that I've talked to or has seen the show has a group of friends that probably do something similar to this. Like, dude, you got to get me on that show. I've got so and so and so and so. We would kick everybody's butt, please. So that everybody sees themselves in one of these groups, and I think that that's what makes it so relatable.
Josh Duhamel here, joining me on the Rich Eisen Show, Twitter and Instagram at Josh Duhamel for CBS's Buddy Games. Give me some ideas from the show. Like, what's your favorite stupid thing for these people to do?
Oh man, I mean, we started out. Let's see, what do we do tonight? They do this prom thing, but my favorite stuff is the ridiculous obstacle courses. I mean, the first episode we had them run through these hay bales through these electrical wires into this mud pit where they shot these basketballs into these giant beer pong red Solo cups. That's the kind of stuff that we do. We do one event like that every year with my buddies, and that's really kind of the spirit of the thing. Is like it's a big adult summer camp.
Are there any fancy names who do this with you, with all your buddies?
No.
It's all your real friends?
My friends, yeah, it's just my boys from back home, from, some from kindergarten. I've known all these guys literally my whole life. And that's what I think is special about the show is there's groups of friends like this everywhere. And, I don't know, there's something about the fact that it's about real people, who aren't necessarily super athletes, but still have that competitive fire. And they get to do it with their friends, escape life for a few weeks and go be a part of this big, stupid adult summer camp.
I feel like this had to have been the easiest sell in the room because everybody can relate to it. Exactly.
Yeah, and CBS has done an amazing job of capturing that. It is very nostalgic. It's relatable. It's dramatic. It's emotional. It's highly competitive, and it's funny.
So I feel like we can have like a celebrity version, but we could also have like a morning show host version where it's like maybe it's like Rich takes on Stephen A, who takes on Colin, who takes on
like the DP guys.
The DP, the Danettes.
There you go.
God,
McAfee, like everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd be afraid of
I
Pat.
would love that.
I feel like AJ Hawk.
Who would you pick in that?
AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk would be on what? On
something crazy.
Well, Team McAfee.
Well, yeah, he'd be on McAfee. Well, McAfee and those guys would kick everybody's butts, wouldn't they?
Well,
Former
I'd be
pro
afraid.
athletes.
Right.
I mean, no offense to Rich, he runs a nice 40.
He does.
But I mean,
I'm just giving you ideas here. I'm just spitballing. I just have an idea.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. If nothing else, just to see Rich and Dan back in the room together.
Right? Don't you think? That's the
Dan
reason.
Dan would come up with some excuse for a bad knee or something. And
his back hurts.
Wow.
Right. But then we'd have like, I get it. Would we win? Would I have to come in?
I think this crew,
would I have to come off the bench?
We would be contenders.
100%.
We would be contenders. We're a good, solid crew. We're good balance, good mix. We're smart.
Yeah. Strategic. Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be.
Are you?
Still am.
Are you?
Man, it used to be.
Right. Just saying it could be just a hot mess, too.
Coming
up on Roku. Yeah,
I wish
exactly.
we could do like I want to see like push-ups.
Like a
push-ups
combine?
or something real quick.
Well, Mike could plank with
can
a
you see some push-ups?
145
Yeah,
on
can
his
we see
back.
push-ups or like
Hey, get out there, Slappy. Give me a push-up.
how about
Rocker can do the push-ups.
how about like a burpee?
Sure.
That's after a donut
in
for
the
him.
commercial break. I've already had 2 croissants, Josh. So I don't know.
For today.
Josh Duhamel joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show, talking about buddy games. Your Vikings. How about your Vikings, honey? 0-3.
Well, I heard you a little bit before teasing this, and you're right. You come into the season with all the hopes of this is the year. I mean, we still haven't won a Super Bowl, and it doesn't look great. You can't go 14-3 without 3 losses, right? So we're about to go on a 14-game winning streak. Yep. I feel like, or we just trade Kirk, go 0-17, and go get Caleb Williams.
Right.
That works too.
I would be okay with that, actually.
Caleb Williams and Justin Jefferson. Why not? With Hawkinson, let's go.
Addison,
Let's
KJ.
go. Come on.
Yeah.
You got this.
I think your friend Rich would mind having.
I don't think the Vikings would ever. They like winning too much, but I mean, they got to get it together and quick, because I guess the nice thing is that it's not like the rest of the NFC North is that far ahead. I think the week before they all 3 lost, right? Last week what did the Lions do last week? They win?
They won.
Yeah, they beat the Falcons.
They beat the Falcons. The Packers came back and won. So, yeah, they're a couple games behind. The Bears are the Bears. But
I know.
who's your team?
Patriots. That's right. Our kids are Patriots.
I think I just picked them in my pool. They play who do they play this week?
Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. That'd be a huge win.
That'd be a crazy win.
For the Cowboys, yep.
No. I think
had
people
to-
are expecting the Cowboys to go win.
Well,
right?
of course they are, but they're not going to.
Ooh.
TJ.
You don't think?
$1.
How do you feel about your Patriots right now?
Nervous.
Do you think they have a good football team? I feel like they're always solid. I just don't. I mean, it's a tough division with the Dolphins right now, too.
I think we're
And the
having a
Bills.
hard time trying to figure out who we are. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that a good way to put it without answering it?
Yeah, is Mac Jones the answer?
Chris?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He's a good,
I want to
solid quarterback.
believe he's below average. I mean, he's like in the 20s and everything, all the stats, but I need then his next like big time wow throw will be his first.
Yeah.
So kind of need to see some more of those. But we
Yeah.
also don't have any. The Patriots don't have any weapons.
Not a lot of
that
weapons. They
scare
never
you.
do, though.
That scare
That's
you,
what I don't
though.
understand. They don't.
Well, at least
Well,
it was
I
Gronk.
don't think that's fair
At least
to
it was
say.
Gronk
Yeah.
and Edelman and guys like you knew were going to make big plays.
I couldn't name who their wide receivers are.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. They don't have anyone that you have on fantasy.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody that they, is going to come down with a huge catch or make a big play.
But that's kind of what Belichick's MO is. He finds these guys who,
Right.
nobody else gave a shot, and he figures out how to, make them great.
How do you watch games on Sunday? Tell me your layout. Like, how does this happen? Do you lock yourself in a padded room, or do you hang out with buddies? What do you do?
I do. Let's see. Last week, there's a bar in L.A. called the Pineapple Hill Bar, and
You go to that?
I didn't know about this until last year. It's an actual Viking bar.
Where?
So in Los Angeles, right over there in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, right,
Well,
right off of
it's
Van
an
Nuys.
awesome old school hole in the wall bar with nothing but Vikings fans. So I go there and I feel like I'm home. We did that for the first half last week, or I'll sit and watch, the Red Zone, or I'll find a couple games that I want to see. But I'm a bit of a football nut. I'm not going to lie. I watch too much of it.
Would you rather watch it in person or on TV?
I seem to watch a little bit closer, obviously, when it's on TV. There's something about being at a stadium watching a game, too, just because it's the atmosphere, the people watching, getting, just being a part of that big communal sort of thing is always fun. I went to the first Vikings game this year. We lost, of course, but it's always great going to a game there.
Did you play growing up?
I did.
What'd you play?
I played for the Minnesota State University Beavers. I played quarterback. Yeah, go Beavers. You guys followed me in college, right?
We did.
Yeah,
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I
was
first
a
became aware of
college
these. Yeah.
fantasy. You were my quarterback.
I actually just got some photos yesterday from Rick Hedberg, former AD at Minnesota State, looking for photos, and I got to show you this. You're gonna love this.
Okay, please
Suzy.
do share.
I'm going to share.
Because
This
I
is
thought
great TV,
when
right?
you walked onto the Coliseum field for the first time, I thought, that looks like the Minot State quarterback.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Didn't I have him last week on
Beavers.
ABC? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, yeah. Okay. Look at this. Here we go. Good TV. Can we... here we go.
Let's describe for the radio.
Black and white.
Describing for those on radio, looks
Black
like
and
it's
white.
from the
Proof.
1930s.
Black and white photos.
I will put
Yeah.
this... I won't put it on the Twitter feed because I don't know how to use Twitter.
Josh, what would
True
your
story.
NIL situation have
Yeah.
been back then for
Oh,
Minot
God.
State?
It would have been like...
like
I would have got like free chicken wings at the ground round.
fertilizer.
Yeah.
Crown round.
Ground round, solid call.
Peanuts on the
Yeah.
floor.
There wasn't a lot of money to go around.
Crown round.
But you know what? I mean, I just love the game. There's a reason why it's the number one game in the country. It's just beautiful. And college football too right now is so much fun to watch.
Who do you like? Who do you like in college?
Well, I mean, I follow the NDSU Bison just because that's who everybody back home roots for.
Sure.
But and I never had a huge school to root for because there weren't any where I was from. But I'm big fan of Pac-10. I mean, I like to follow quarterbacks. Really, I like to follow these guys from the time they're freshmen and try to predict who's going to sort of emerge and go on and play well in the NFL. And I'm fascinated by this whole transfer portal and all the NIL stuff that's going on because it's changing the landscape of college football and somewhat even into the pros. Because, I mean, you look at something like what happened at Oklahoma. You got Spencer Rattler, number one quarterback coming out of high school. Caleb Williams comes to town, takes his job. Now Spencer Rattler has to leave and go to South Carolina. And then you got Caleb Williams and the head coach,
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley, leave for USC. And now Oklahoma's, left with what? And I think just those two moves alone are a good example of how that can change. And then USC had Jackson Dart, who then has to go to Ole Miss. So it changes both what's happening in the Pac-12, it changes what's happening in the SEC, depending on where these quarterbacks end up going. And they can move so quickly now that it truly shifts the landscape.
Are you enjoying watching Deion Sanders doing what he's doing in Colorado?
I really am. I love that's another good one coming this week. Was it Colorado and USC?
Yeah. It's at Colorado.
I don't know if they're as good as they're hyping them up to be, but man, Deion is doing something special just to be able to put Colorado back on the map like he has. The guy's amazing. I just watched that documentary about that week that he was playing for the Braves and the Falcons
helicopter
and going
ride
back
and all
and
that
forth.
stuff. Yeah.
Amazing athlete, clearly a really, really quality coach who gets these kids fired up and gets them to come play for him. I mean, to take a team, what were they, 1-12 or something last year?
Yeah, they had one win last year, yeah.
And to now put them back on the map is not an easy thing to do.
Mm-mm. And by the way, I mean, the way he's doing it too, I don't have a problem. I spoke about it on my podcast this week, What the Football. And I love the way he lost. He lost with class. Like, I think everyone talking about the Oregon coach saying they're playing for clicks, we're playing for wins.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with giving these kids the confidence that he's given them.
Yeah.
No, I don't want any smack talk on the sidelines either. I don't want to hear trash talk before the game.
No.
But I do like the fact that he has breathed a whole new breath of life into college football. Like,
Yeah.
He's made it really exciting. Peter King was saying earlier on the show that he's going out this weekend just to watch Deion.
Yeah. And, Deion's always been known to be the super flashy personality, but the truth is the guy's got a lot of substance too. And I think that he teaches that. That's why his players play so well for him. It isn't about being flashy or showing off or anything substantive. It's on the surface, I should say. It's more about, what an old school coach wants out of these kids. And I think he teaches them really good fundamentals and they learn something about life from this guy. It feels like. I've never been coached by him. I didn't get recruited. I do have a year left of eligibility.
Should we
Deion.
call Deion? Yeah, can we reach out?
This
to
could
Deion?
be, we
That's what I mean.
could develop this.
Yeah.
We could get him a tryout.
I'd
He
love
could
to
get
be on
out
the
there.
inside.
Yeah.
They need a third stringer.
I think the Jets do.
50-year-old third stringer.
The Jets do.
Honestly, Josh, you could legit start for the Jets on
He
Tuesday.
might be better than Trevor Simeon right now.
Simeon,
The Jets need a
Boyle,
first
Wilson.
stringer.
no, you-
100%.
I feel bad for Zach Wilson.
Who doesn't? I feel terrible for him.
I was really hoping he was going to be able to, pull it together for them after Rodgers went down, but it doesn't feel like it's happening. Cousins might play really well there.
By the way,
don't
think that Rich isn't staring at your quarterback.
I like Kirk Cousins, but I think it's maybe time. If we win and start going on a run, which we could, then you know what? Let's go out with a bang with Kirk Cousins. But it's this week's going to be really important.
What's your Super Bowl prognostication right now as we sit here in September?
I mean, I don't know if this is really going out on a limb, but I'm going to say the Dolphins and the Niners.
Oh, I like that.
I think that'd be fun.
You like that, Chris?
I think
like
so.
that.
Before we get to the Super Bowl, though, let's throw up the Vikings schedule, Josh.
Oh, no.
We gotta play the schedule game with everybody who calls in. We play it with our guests who are fans of big teams. Let's run down the rest of the Vikings schedule. Let's play the win-loss game.
Okay.
And just kind of predict how you think the rest of the season's gonna go. Hoskins, you want to throw that up. All right, at Carolina this week.
We should win that one. I thought we'd win the Tampa Bay one too, but
Hold on, let me just start writing this down because I always see
let's
Rich
write it
writing things
we're writing
down in the book.
So you're 0-3 right now, so we
Okay,
got to win this
so-
week. So we're 1-3. Home for Kansas City, week 5.
we're home for Kansas City. I'm going to say win. I'm going to say we beat
Yes.
Kansas City,
Yes.
and I'm going to say we beat the Bears.
All right, 3-3, week 7, home for the Niners.
I think the Niners get us.
prime time Monday night.
I think we beat the Packers. I
Okay.
think we beat the Falcons.
5-4, week 10,
And then
home
we
for
go
New
1, 2,
Orleans.
3 in a row: Saints, Broncos, and Bears.
Those are all wins?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta catch up.
So we're 8-4. Am I getting that right? 8-4 into the bye week at Vegas, December 10th, week 14.
I think we beat the Raiders.
10-4,
We're at Cincinnati. I'll give that one to the Bengals.
10-5, home 9-5, home for the Lions.
I think we're at the Lions.
Home for the Lions.
I think we beat them at home.
That's 10-5.
I think we beat the Packers again, and then I think maybe we lose week 18.
11-6, so you're in the playoffs.
I think we can get to 11-6.
11-6.
Yeah.
So you're going to win 11 out of the next 15 games.
Yeah.
I may have made a total mess of this, by the way. You'll have
I'm
to
a
check
homer.
this later.
I'm a homer.
I love it.
Like Paul Allen. I don't know if you know
Paul Allen is the
Allen. He's
greatest.
the biggest homer, but
He's
I
the
love that
greatest.
dude. And I believe in him. I do. I like these coaches.
So you don't trade Kirk. Oh, obviously, if you go to run like that,
Kirk.
you're not going to trade
I do.
him.
I've been hard on Kirk in the past here, even, but I think watching that show that he was just on, quarterback, he can't help but to love the dude. He's
I
tough.
think he was the big winner coming out of that. That doc
he's
series.
real tough.
Yeah.
He really, really wants to win. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but
I
you
root
can
for
like a
him.
guy but not want him to be your quarterback.
I just don't. I think he's got a lot of talent. I just don't think he's got what it takes to win a Super Bowl. And that's all. I just want one Super Bowl before I die.
How
Just
old are you?
once. I'm 78.
We got time. We got time. We have a lot of wins. We could let you wear
can
one of our
borrow-
rings if you want.
Yeah, I
borrow
know.
one of the Patriots. Sorry.
A new episode of Buddy Games airs tonight at a special time, 8 p.m. before Big Brother on CBS. Josh Duhamel,
Yes.
it's been too long.
Suzy, you're so good at this.
I know.
I know.
Can we just keep her and leave Rich at home?
They only let me out of the basement like once in a while.
Wow.
So great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.